Hi everyone, it's Bobbie. I'm glad you could join me again. I'm in the middle of a project. Well, I'm almost at the end of the project, and I wasn't going to do a video on this, but it turned out so cute I thought I would share it with you. I'm down to the last 5, so I thought, well, this is a good time just to show you the card. It is so pretty and sparkly, but what is so neat is this chevron, and this idea came from CatherineStamps.com, and I thought it was really neat. It's made using the gorgeous Grunge. Let me find it. It's using this stripe here. It's really cool. I think you'll really like the idea. And then on the front I used the Star of Light for these little snowflakes and this big snowflake. I used the stamp, or the dies, not the stamps. I used this die and then this little bitty one here. That one. And then on the inside I used 10 of tags, and they're all stamped with Spread Some Christmas Cheer, and I used Emerald Envy and Whisper White on this card. And then, whoops, for my circles on the front I used the layering circles, and I've got them numbered from the smallest to the largest, and I used number 5 on the scallops, and I think that's number 2. I've just about rubbed the number off. No, it's number 5 also. So number 5 of the circles, the plain circles, and then the scallop circles. And I did use the glitter fun foam for my mat on the circle, the scallop circle. And then on my envelope, let me get these out of the way before they... On the envelope I used Father Christmas, and I stamped Jolly Christmas to All. So I used 3 different stamp sets and 2 die sets. And then I wanted to show you, to save a step if you're making multiples like I'm doing here, when you're cutting your card bases, this is going to be a 5.5 by 8.5 card. So instead of cutting and then scoring both, score it first at 4 1/4. Get the cutting blade out of the way. Score it at 4 1/4. So you only have to score once and then cut once. And then you have 2 card bases ready to go. So that'll be my last 5. And we'll fold this in half and give it a good burnish. Now the first thing I want to do is put some white glue on these and let them sit up a minute. It takes a minute for the glue to grab on the glitter. It doesn't stick real good right away. Okay, make sure I don't put some glue on that. Get them centered here. That one's not exactly where I want it. There we go. There's 3. 4. And 5. Whoop. Why'd I put glue on there? Boy, I tell you. Sometimes thinking ahead of myself. And I'm certainly not ready to glue that down yet. So there we go. There's that. I had 1 extra there. Okay, put the lid back on this. Okay, and I've got my insides. Well, I can do that later. I mainly want to show you guys the chevron. It's really cool. I stamped it on the front here with real red, and then stamped it the second time on vellum. And then if you trim out your vellum right along the edge, and then take your snail. You want it to go this way. So we're going to put snail on this side. And with all the ink and stamping, it won't really show through. Normally, we don't put snail on vellum. But just match up your stripes together. Isn't that cool? And it makes a chevron. So we'll do this one. It's a real easy card to make. And there's a few pieces to it, but it's nothing major. But it turns out really cute. Now the one that I seen that she had done, her tree was stamped on the white circle, but I made a tree by just cutting triangles out of white scrap and wrapping it with washi tape. And I've used these trees on other cards before, and they're real easy to make. There's a third one. It's easier to just slice it all the way off. Cut these other two while I'm at it. It's easier to do. Take one step at a time and do all 5. And get my scissors right along the edge of the red so I don't have an overhang of vellum showing. And the last one. Okay, there's that one. Now we'll glue these down. Just match up your little lines there. I've got 2 more to go. We can start putting this little turkey together. It goes together really quick. I just really liked it, and I needed something. I had to make so many, and I needed something that wasn't going to be super time consuming and still look like it was. Okay, so there's that. Okay, there's our 5 chevrons. Let's put the insides together. Spread some Christmas cheer. Here's 2. I'm going to show you the envelopes here in just a second. I used Emerald Envy on all of this. So you've only got 2 cardstocks to use, Whisper White and Emerald Envy. And then your silver glimmer paper. But I went ahead and did all the die cutting beforehand, so to save time on the video. Plus I have such a small space in here to work with. If I bring in the big shot, I did that once and hit the camera and almost knocked it over, so I don't think I'll venture that one again. Okay, one more inside. Oops, I got two here. Got too many. Maybe I didn't have one in my sample. Let me look and see. I didn't. That's why I have one extra. Okay. Okay. Now it does. Okay. So that's the finished card, and here's the envelopes. Just say, says Jolly Christmas to all. And I didn't stamp anything on the back, but there's enough on the card. And the little star for the top of the tree comes from the popcorn Thinlits. I forgot to show you that one. There's a little banner of stars in here. It makes a real tiny star, and I just ran one little row of those so that I could do the star on the top of the tree. Okay, so we're ready for this. 3, 4, 5. They're flopping over upside down. Make sure I got them right side up. Okay. So this is going to go on the front. Just going to center it. Okay. There's 3. We're getting there, kids. And there's 4. Make sure I get it centered here. And the last one. And then we're going to stamp Merry Christmas right above the chevron. Let's see if I can do it with the Misty, because I forgot to bring a block in here with me. And they're all pretty much the same place, so it should work out just fine. And I just want it to be right above the Merry Christmas, above the chevron. Right like that. I don't know if my magnets will hold it down since I've already got it folded. I probably should have done that before I... Yeah, there we go. And Emerald Envy. I always manage to get some on the glass, and I hate to do that. It's actually plastic, not glass. Okay, so we're going to stamp the Merry Christmas and Emerald Envy. That came out fine. Don't need to do it again. I'm glad of that. Okay, let's do this one. I don't know if you can see the Misty on the camera or not. There's 2. I'll try to move it up a little bit farther. I use this thing all the time. I love it. Darn it, I hate to get it on the glass. I'm always afraid when I've got a double thickness of my card that it'll get that smudge on the front of the card, and after you get through all of this, you sure don't want a smudge on it. See, now the Mary didn't come out exactly good, so I'm going to go over it again. There, that's better. That's the thing about the Misty. If you don't get it right, it's spot on for a second stamping, and you don't have to worry about it. And I frequently have to stamp twice. That one came out fine. One more to go. Rip that off just in case. And that one's a little bit higher than the others, but it's okay. I guess I got my Chevron down lower, but I still like it. Okay, so make sure I don't have any ink on there. We'll put this up here on that mount so I don't lose it. Okay. Now we're ready to finish putting it together. Get rid of this ink pad. Okay, we can put our circles and our snowflakes on there now. Okay, so the circle is going to go right at the end of the chevron, right here. Just kind of cover up the point of it. Might as well get glue on all of them while I'm at it, huh? There's 2. 3. 4. And 5. Okay, now we can put our trees on. And I'm going to put just a little piece of dimensional at the top because it's going to hang off that fun foam. And then I'll put Tombow at the bottom. So I'm going to cut a little snip off of these borders. Oops, what am I doing? Don't want that on there. I want it up here. There we go. Gotta pay attention to what I'm doing, right? And the 5th one. Okay. Now, let me get all this velvet scraps out of the way. I'll be gluing the wrong thing. Okay. So we're going to put glue down here. What's the matter with you, Quigley? My little dogs are fussing at me. Is it time to go outside? Hold on, buddy. We'll go outside in a minute. Be patient. You have to wait a minute. Okay, there's 1 tree. Two. And he's getting nervous here. He's just driving all around. Hadn't been that long since I took him out. second at the top. Oops. And the last one. There's that tree. Wipe my hands off, I got glue on me. Okay, now for the big snowflake. Okay, some of these little pieces didn't pop out here real good. There. Okay, I'm going to put more of these end pieces behind it because I'm going to use a little piece of the rhinestone in the center of it, and so the dimensional won't show. Whoops.